Yeah, I mean, it's pretty unfortunate. Coyotes did a lot for me growing up, and loved going to the games, and it was a kind of big reason as to why I got into hockey. But yeah, that kind of situation's out of my control, and I'm hopeful that they can stay there because it meant a lot to me. But yeah, I guess we're gonna have to see what happens.
What worked so well for you in that game in New Jersey the other night?
I think just playing simple, playing hard, being physical. I think our line did a great job of just playing, below the goal line and getting opportunities by the net.
You're like getting your second win in this season. People talk about the rookie wall. I don't know if you felt that at all this year, but how do you chart your kind of development this year?
Yeah, I think that there's been learning curves. I think I've made some mistakes, but I think I've come back from that, and I think I've grown a lot in my game and matured a lot. So it's good. It's good to see that the trend is going upwards, and it's only getting better.
As a person, how much do you feel like you've grown? It's just past the 1-year anniversary of you being in the NHL. How do you kind of sum it up?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been good. I've learned from a lot of great leaders in here, and made some incredible friendships along the way, and it's been a fun and a pleasure playing so far in the NHL. And I'm just looking forward to playoffs and to get another opportunity to play for the Stanley Cup.
What do you think about the minor hockey situation in Arizona, the way it was built? As you say, it's unfortunate what's happened, but it seemed pretty strong. Whenever we're down there, it seems to be a lot of kids playing and a lot of interest.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely growing so far. I think when I was growing up, it wasn't the hockey hotbed Colorado or Chicago or Detroit was, but it was definitely growing, and you could see the potential there. And I think the Coyotes were a big part of that, and so it's definitely gotten a lot better. And I know a lot of kids are starting to pick up a hockey stick now, and it's just really good to see. So again, hope they can stay there, but it's out of my control, and yeah, I'm not too really happy with the situation, but that's what it is.
Who have you from the D court here? Who have you kind of taken to?
Well, I played with Morgan back in junior, so yeah, I've known him for several years now. And then, I mean, all of us we're very close. A lot of the guys, they're chatterboxes. They like to talk and have fun. So I feel like I've been sitting beside someone new every day in the locker room. So just try to pick their brain.
Morgan any different?
No, exactly the same. Yeah, exactly. Still a player too.
Any frustration, or I guess there must be, Joel, that you come to a new team, you play a few games, and you get a bit of an injury while you're in an important time of year. How do you see it?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating, but we have so many solid defensemen that can jump in. They've been playing solid, so definitely makes it a little easier. But it's never fun watching hockey. I was saying if it was playoffs, I would have played right through it. It wasn't that big of an injury. We just wanted to make sure I was 100% before getting back.
What happened? How did you get hurt?
Just a block shot.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then feeling 100% now. I've been able to skate for the past couple of weeks, so feeling good.
So how important do you see these games down the stretch to get into to gear up for the playoffs?
It's huge. We're playing some teams that are out of the playoffs, but we just got to focus on our game and make sure we're preparing well and going to playoffs flying. So you want to have that confidence ready for your first game.
What have you liked about what you've seen since you've been here?
Everyone talks about how offensive this team is, but defensively, even the young forwards who are inexperienced, that they're coming back into the zone and they're playing solid defense. And the top guys, they're heavy on their sticks, and it's a hard team to play against in the D zone. So that's been fun to watch.
You don't like sitting, of course, but did the time away from the game give you a chance to get even further settled, just in Toronto and being?
Yeah, big time. And I was just saying, now that the sun's out, I got to go, tour around the city. So I was up in Yorkville yesterday checking that out, and it's been good. Went to High Park and just getting the full experience in Toronto.
Connor Dewar wasn't thrilled with the traffic. I don't know what's it been like navigating that aspect of it.
I actually haven't found it too bad. I'm close enough that I can walk to some games, so that's fortunate. I'm fortunate for that. So I'm right beside the baseball stadium, so traffic hasn't been too bad for me.
Of course, playing in Montreal, like the fan bases are crazy. Have you had a welcome to Leafs Nation moment? Any fan interactions that stand out? Or?
Not really. There's a bunch of people on the street just saying that they're happy that I'm here, and actually a lot of Montreal people here too, which that recognize me. So it's just cool to interact with fans, and whenever they come up and say hi, it's pretty cool.
How much of the Austin Matthews buzz have you caught up with watching and playing?
I'm just happy I'm on this side now. Just over the years, you just see him taking those steps every year, and every year he's harder to beat in the battles in the corners. He's heavy on his stick, and obviously everyone knows his offensive ability, but he's a full 200-foot player, so it's pretty cool to watch.
Lineup changes tonight, Sheldon?
Yes.
Will they be?
Edmundson will come in, and Labushkin will come back in as well. So it'll be Timmins out today with McCabe as well. Just call it a maintenance day for Caber. Just he's played through a lot of bumps and bruises all through the season, and has played a lot for us. So this is a very very busy stretch of schedule for us. So it's a chance to give him a breath.
To do more of this in the next week or so? Well, I guess next week now.
I mean, it's case by case situation. We don't have it at this point. I wouldn't say we have anybody in that same sort of situation. Like I said, he's played a lot and done a lot for us this season. And quite honestly, I don't know that he's played many games at 100%. Like he's played through a lot of stuff this season. Nothing that's obviously held him back from playing, but he's played through a lot. So, give him in particular a chance to breathe, I think is good. I think the rest of our group right now is feeling good for those that are in the lineup.
How positive is it for Joel to come back, give himself a few games to get ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, it's great to see him back for sure, especially for a guy that's still new to our team. To have him missing time, it's tough. So, to get him back in the mix is good. He's been managing this well, and he's been back on skates for a while, but just giving him time to be certain that things are good. It'd be nice to get him back in and get him those reps that he needs and that we need to have with him. And I guess the other lineup changes are going back in that same sort of situation, just continuing to give him the reps here as a guy that's new to our group.
Edmundson was saying that if it was playoffs, he would have just played right through this injury. How does that conversation go for a guy that wants to be on the ice? But
it's a pretty easy one. I mean, it's I think it's goes without saying. I think we all know over history there's lots of things that guys will play through in the playoffs that they never would in the regular season because it just doesn't make sense. It's just one of those situations.
Be back on the ice with the group here. Ideally, would you like to get him back before the playoffs begin here? Or what's it?
So is that Lilligren?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would for sure. So it's I haven't got the report on how today has gone, but seemed like he was feeling well, and he'll be in practice tomorrow is the plan, and then we'll take it a day at a time from there.
Tony's right at the top of 5-on-5 assists in the league. What did you appreciate about his playmaking ability? What has popped the most about that part of his game for you?
Yeah, he's always been a guy that has that ability to make plays, but I think just as he's progressed through the season and gotten more comfortable here and more comfortable with his line mates, and obviously the way it's going now with Austin, it's been terrific to watch. But you look at different things throughout the season, with how we've utilized him. Early in the season, a game against Tampa comes to mind where we put him with Knies, and he made two terrific plays that end up allowing us to come back in that game. And we've used him a lot in the middle of the ice at center, and he's done really well for us there. So yeah, he's got that ability. So it's ability, it's skill, and then it's confidence. He's a veteran in the league, and he believes he can make a difference, and that confidence is something that shines through for me in any moment. This is a guy, he's a competitor that the opposition can bring whatever they want. His confidence doesn't get shaken by anything the opposition is doing. And, and I've talked about this with Bert. I think it's those types of competitors and that mindset, I think is what was exciting about adding those guys in the off season. And as this season is winding down and you're getting more prepared for playoffs, you're that much more excited because I think those are the types of guys that will shine when things get most difficult.
Do you ever worry about the guys getting out of the game plan a little bit and trying to set up Austin and accelerate this thing towards 70? Or you've been through this a couple of times with Mitch and the 100 points and Austin getting 60, that kind of thing? Yeah,
we've been through it. Am I concerned about it? Not necessarily. I think the guys have done a good job of it. It's been good. Like I look at the goals that that group has scored and that Austin scored. The process has been good. The guys haven't cheated the game. They haven't forced anything. Any of that sort of stuff. I know it got lots of play on whether Austin should have been on the ice with the goalie out and such, and he was going to be out. He's the next man up. He's not going to be out there 4-on-6. It's not a situation that he plays in, and that to me is forcing it. But he's 6-on-5. He was the next guy up. We just didn't get the line change that we wanted at the time. But you know, to me, the guys are just going out there and playing. That's the best way. If you want to add to your goal total, just go out and play. Those are good players, and they've been dominating play. Just go out and go about it the right way. But it's pretty remarkable already what Austin's accomplished here, right? The number continues to grow, but you know, nobody in the league has gotten to this number, and that in itself is pretty terrific to watch. So, you know, Austin's feeling really good right now. He's got lots of energy, and you can see that in his play. But talking to him, you can see it. You can just see the way he's interacting with his teammates. He's playing with lots, you know, he's playing with a free mind, and you can see it out there. So we'll just, you know, keep going about it, and you know, within our team process, he's a big part of it, and he's going to score goals through that.
Who's the best goal scorer you ever played with?
Played with? I would say, for me, it'd probably be, you know, Le Cavalier or St. Louis, those guys that I played with in Tampa. Yeah, it'd have to be those guys. Doesn't show up on my hockey DB at all, but I spent a month with the Rangers on a team there in 2003 that was pretty loaded with lots of veterans and such. But I said played. I didn't play. I was just there practicing for a month. I couldn't get in the lineup. But yeah, Vinny and Marty were exceptional. And you know, I left that team just before they really started to take off and hit their peak, but their talent was quite obvious. I left out Dave Anderchuk, though. He was at the end of the line, but man, that guy could score around the net despite his age. It was unbelievable. Thank you.